So, today I wanted to talk a little bit about a very popular topic over the past few years, and that is how is today's technology and social media currently impacting our children and adolescents' ability to communicate with each other and adults? And there's a relatively young but informative body of research available on this topic in particular, and I'm just going to give you a few of the key points that I think as parents you should be aware of. Now, an advantage of this social media is that children who have low self esteem are more comfortable to share personal information online. And this means that it gives an easier transition for them to make face to face communications once they feel comfortable communicating to someone online. So, otherwise, children who are normally quite isolated and feel uncomfortable talking to others can make connections and can become engaged through social media connections. The flip side to this is that the research also says the more time that's spent online, the more anxiety symptoms are experienced during face to face conversations. Now, what's happening here is that the children or adolescents are using social media as a replacement for face to face social interactions. So that's because probably they're feeling uncomfortable in a face to face and they don't feel uncomfortable online. So, of course, they're going to do the thing they're more comfortable with and spend more and more time online, and then face to face becomes less and less familiar and more uncomfortable. So the key here is translating these online social skills into real life face to face skills. Now, how do I do this as a parent, you might ask? Well, the key here is balancing online communication with face to face interactions. So, one thing that I would recommend is having a time limit of the amount of what your children spend online, and require your children to check their media in and out, their phones, their iPads, limit the time they have access to the computer, on whatever you see fit. Also, a really important part of this is leading by example. Make sure you're engaging with your children in face to face conversations every night when you come home, spending time to talk with them in a face to face way rather than looking at your phone, reading your news, checking social media. Really important for you to lead by example and show that you're spending time in face to face conversations also. Another thing that you can do is take an interest in who your children are communicating with online and encourage a face to face meetup with these friends. So connect with the parents of these friends or whoever it may be and arrange face to face meetups when possible. So I guess the take home message from this is that social media can help isolated or children establish social connections, but it's important to encourage children to practice their online social skills in face to face interactions also.